So today we're back with another $15 lineup rebuild, but instead of the pitching rotation like we did yesterday, we're going to be doing the infield. I had a couple different people send me different images that they created or they found, and we're going to be rocking with one of them that I chose. So if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you hit the like button down below. That's the easiest way for me to know that you enjoy these videos. Let's aim for 1,000 likes today. That's my challenge for you guys, and I will continue with these $15 challenges. There's a couple others that people sent to me, so I definitely have some that we can do. So let's hit that like goal. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell icon to be notified whenever a video does go live. And of course, get in the comment section, let me know your $15 rebuild or your $15 lineup, and then we can kind of compare and let me know why you kind of went with each player. So I kind of want to see your reasoning behind your picks. So if you haven't followed any of my social media, that's in the description below, and the video that I mentioned, the $15 rotation rebuild, it's up here in this corner. Go and give it a watch. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this. So Little Nunu sent this to me on Twitter. He was one of the first people that sent me this kind of idea slash an image with it, so I decided to go with him. And I was kind of looking around different, looking at it, and he let me know that he left out some of the bigger names because he wanted different degrees of ability based on how much they were. So you can see in first base there's no Freddie Freeman or Alonso, there's no Altuve or LeMahieu for second base. When you look at third base, no Chapman, Chris Bryant, Manny Machado. Shortstop, there's no Correa, and other big names, Tatis and things like that. And then catcher, you're missing out on a couple of the top guys too. And he said he wanted to leave out some of the bigger names so that there were a little bit of discrepancy between each player. So another thing is, I don't agree with Baez and Baez and Grandal being the 5 spot. I'm going to move them down to the 4 spot, and then I'm going to let Lindor and Real Muto be in the 5 spot because those two are the top at their position. I feel like they should be at the top of the list as well. Other than that, I think this is a pretty cool list. We're going to go with it, and I'm going to approach it first in a real life mindset, and then second mindset for MLB the Show. So let's go real life first really quickly. I'm going to go, this is tough. This is really tough. So if I go, let's go, I'm going to go Arenado for third. I think that's my one for sure $5 bet. Like, that's who I would go with 100%. And then I think at shortstop, I would go with Lindor as well. So that's $10 out the gate. But I feel like those two are just kind of the best complete players out of the whole group here. So that's $10. At catcher, I really want to go Wilson, but I feel like that's only going to leave us with 3 left. And the options for the 2 and the 1 for second and first are kind of meh. So I feel like probably should avoid it. Let's go Gary. So that makes it 12. So that means we got $12. We've got 3 to play with, right? So my math was wrong. If I would have went Wilson, I would have only had $2 to play with. I would have had to go Votto and Kevin Newman. So instead, we're going to go Arenado. We're going to go Lindor. So that's 10. We're going to have Gary Sanchez. That's 12. So now we got $3 to play with. And I feel like, second base, Moustakas is a good option. It really is, but I'm going to go Kevin Newman. I feel like that's a little bit, he's one of those underrated second basemen. I feel like he actually had a really good last year, and I feel like he can kind of build off that. So that's 13.
Boom. 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths.
My math's, a little weak right now. And then that finishes off with Edwin at first base. So 2 for Edwin, 1 for Newman. That's 3. Plus 10 for Lindor and Arenado, that's 13. And of course, Gary Sanchez makes it 15. So a lot of math, too much math. Now let's talk about MLB the Show, because this is where it's a little bit different. And I think this is going to be a huge, this one's going to be tough. This one's going to be really, really tough. So catcher, I'm going to go Wilson because MLB the Show, he's just a beast. I'm going to go Wilson. That's 3. Shortstop, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to hold off. Third base, again, I'm not sure. I'm going to hold off. Second base, I'm going to go. Oh, boy. This is tough again. This is really tough. So let's go. Second base, I'm going to go Kevin Newman as well. That's going to be $4. First base, I'm going to go Carlos Santana. So that gives us 7. So we've got $8 left, which I think is actually a pretty good spot. So it gives us $8 left. So that means we can go Arenado, which gives us 3 left, and then we can finish it off with Semien. I think that's right. So Carlos Santana for 3. We got Newman is 4. Arenado is 9. Plus 3 is 12 for Semien. And then 3 for Wilson. Boom. There's my $15 infield. I think for MLB the Show, that's a really good lineup. Let me know what you guys would do for real life. And also, of course, for MLB the Show, there's going to be a little bit different options because it plays out differently. So I want to know what you guys' lineup would be. I know it's probably confusing. You're probably thinking, well, why would you do different things? But you got to think about it. MLB the Show is going to play a lot different than real life. So there we go. That is our team. I'm going to go assemble it. I'm going to go get ready for this rebuild. I'll see you guys in a sec. So we're going to go with the Baltimore Orioles. I feel like they're kind of not the best of team, and we should be okay building them or rebuilding them with the lineup that we set. So let's hop into it. Let's take a look. So we have the lineup. Budget might be a little tight because, you know, Arenado's contract is kind of big. Marcus Semien is probably going to want a lot of money. But yeah, that infield's looking pretty nice. I got rid of some of the better players that the Orioles had, so we didn't have like a crazy easy rebuild. So I brought back Adam Jones. He was sitting in free agency. I let Trey Mancini go to free agency just because I felt like Trey Mancini is kind of a glitch in franchise. It would only make this rebuild easier. And then the players that we have really don't do too spectacular in franchise. And then I also got rid of Adley Rutschman. I forgot who I sent him to, but I sent him somewhere. So we're going to leave the bullpen and stuff as is for now. We're going to see how it plays out in season 1. And of course, just kind of see if this lineup can get carry, or this infield can carry the Orioles maybe to a wild card spot. Maybe this offense is good enough to carry them. If not, you know, obviously we're gonna have to build and make some changes. Let's just see how it goes. Budget wise, I definitely think this could be the area where we struggle the most. Arenado is gonna be a big problem. Chris Davis, I forgot about that. Hopefully he retires. Otherwise we're gonna have to find some sort of trade that we can get rid of him so we can actually afford some players like Marcus Semien, who becomes a free agent. So let's see how it goes. I'll see you guys at draft day. Hopefully we get a really good pick and get him into the team like season 3. But other than that, I'll see you guys at draft day. All right, let's take a look at our draft because, again, I think it actually went pretty well. Let's actually put myself in this corner so you guys can see the potentials. Whew. Juan Mesa, 75 overall. Look at those hitting stats. Yeah, he's atrocious in the field, but this is our DH 100%. He looks incredible. So the next one, we got another A potential player, Robert Cuevas, 67 overall. What's the potential? 91. Woo, love it. Peralta, shortstop. And I'm not gonna lie, this was not the shortstop that I initially meant to draft. I was actually going for the guy that we got the next round. But I'm okay with that. He's 70 overall, decent hitting stats. Could be another like bench bat or platoon option for us. 85 potential. 99 potential. Steve Castaneda. This was the guy that I wanted instead of this guy. And we still got him in what, the 4th round? What a pickup. 80 potential for Samuel Gonzalez, closing pitcher. Howard Schweitzer, I think that's what it is. Not that great. And then Scotty Grimsley, 78 potential. Okay, he's got a nice overall. You gotta love it. So there we go. That is the draft. That's a solid draft for sure. You gotta love it. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. So you guys can kind of tell, season didn't go great. 73 and 89. Makes sense. You can't really just carry a team purely on offense, and it's not even a full offensive lineup. It's like half. So we finished last in the division. That sucks. Were we the worst team in baseball though? Okay, no. There were definitely other teams worse than us. And 256 average as a team. The ERA is high, so I'm assuming, you know, pitching kind of let us down. No league leaders, but we do have an award. 2 gold gloves. Okay, I'll take that. You know what? It's baby steps, right? Baby steps. So let's see. Start off with the pitching. Let's kind of see what the pitching did. See how everything went. But it's looking like we're gonna have to completely change up the team. get rid of that contract for sure. $14 million for Alex Cobb. Are you kidding me? Richard Blyer, kind of nasty. Might keep him around for one more season, but it looks like the rest have got to go. Maybe Michael Givens can stick with the team for another season or two. And it was okay. The bench, you know, Richie Martin in 26 appearances wasn't terrible, but Kevin Newman as our leadoff hitter, that's what I like to see. 40 doubles as well, so he's definitely our leadoff hitter going forward. Marcus Semien, 29 home runs. Okay, you know what? Not, you know, I normally see 30 plus for Marcus Semien, and I mean, he hit almost 30 anyway, so it wasn't a bad year. Arenado, great season, love it. Wilson Contreras, the OPS is a little low and stuff like that, so that does kind of suck. So hopefully he can pick it up next year. Carlos Santana had quite a good season as well, and then the rest of the team. Renato Nunez was actually kind of nice. Normally he doesn't do well, so I was not expecting that at all. So we definitely need to turn the corner with the team. We have some prospects that could definitely help out the squad. I might even bring up that Mesa guy day one and let him be in the lineup as the DH because he's been kind of nice. Chris Davis retired. Okay, that actually helps us out money wise. And then I am 100% bringing back Marcus Semien. He's part of the rebuild. Like, there's no reason not to bring him back. We're gonna give him a player option. We'll throw him some cash. I guess we'll do that and then just backload it so we can kind of save a little bit of money. And then we'll do this. We'll bump up Carlos Santana as well. You know, $9 million is not too terrible. And then unfortunately Adam Jones can't go. I'm gonna change up the staff. I know there's a lot of them that need to get out of here, so let me do that and then we'll talk about free agency. All right, arbitration wise, Contreras, Givens, Nunez, and then Blyer, Santander, and Miguel Castro. The rest, no. When we look at contracts, I'm gonna offer it to everybody. We need to at least keep some players on the team, but for the most part, they're probably gonna leave. Really quickly, let's talk about free agency because we need pitching. That's probably the big area I'm gonna spend the bulk of this money. Outfield, we could. I mean, Trey Mancini didn't get signed by a team. I find that extremely strange how he didn't get signed by a team. So, what could we do here? Maybe Jock. Jock wouldn't be bad. Infield, we don't need any help. So it's really coming down to pitching, and then the outfield. I have a feeling we can make some trades if we need to. See you guys for season 2. All right, so I'm looking for a way to get rid of Alex Cobb's contract. Like, it is terrible. There we go. That's the move. Aaron Bummer's coming in for Dilson Herrera and Alex Cobb. Ooh, what a pickup. So we got super unlucky in free agency. I'm probably like, this might be the worst luck I've had in free agency ever. I'm talking, I think I got 1 out of like the 5 starting pitchers I tried to get. I didn't get any of the relievers that I wanted. It was bad. It's bad. So we're going to have to start with the trade. JB Bukowskis from the Rule 5 draft and Dwight Smith Jr. for Joey Lucchesi. There's one. Miguel Castro, Luis Ortiz, and JC Escara for Scott Oberg. I looked at the other guys. I don't know. Is Scott Oberg really the best option? Is Scott Oberg the best option? What about Pedro Baez? Can we get him? All right, we're going to go Pedro Baez instead. I'm going to go Cole Stewart for Pablo Lopez. I'm going to take, yeah, there's a lot of like trade value here, but I'm going to take it as like, this is an okay, fair trade because Cole Stewart shouldn't have that much trade value. So we're going to go with this trade and just say it's even. Keegan Aiken and Jeswell Valentin for Austin Voth. And then I think I still need a reliever because our bullpen's pretty bad. It's bad. I'm going to go Paul Fry. I think I'm going to trade to see if I can get anybody. Hunter Harvey, Pat Valleca, and Paul Fry are being made way to trade for Rowan Wick, and I think that might be it. Let me get the lineup and bullpen situated, and I'll show you what we're working with. So when you look at our budget, we're pretty healthy, but like I said, I got super unlucky in free agency and the lineup. This is what we're working with. John Means, Desclafani, Pablo Lopez, Joey Lucchesi, and Ty Bloch. It's one of the two. And then we got Voth, Blyer, Wick, Alexander, who we picked up in free agency, Pedro Baez, Michael Givens, and obviously the trade for Aaron Bummer that happened. So I don't feel comfortable at all, to be honest. I feel like I didn't get any single player that I really wanted in free agency They just wouldn't join the squad. Offensively, though, I feel like we're okay. Newman, Semien, Contreras, Arenado, Santana. That was our infield that we built. And then we brought in Nelson Cruz as kind of like a DH outfield option. I felt like, okay, let's add a little bit of pop to the lineup. We brought in Adam Eaton to play center field. And then I'm doing it day one. Juan Mesa is hopping into the team. His hitting stats look outstanding. So I figured, you know what? Let's just throw him into the deep end and let's go full out, get this prospect involved. Looking at the rest of the players, I don't think we have anybody else who would potentially make it. We do have that one shortstop, Peralta, who can kind of play everywhere. So maybe if he develops really well this season, he could kind of help us maybe somewhere in the outfield, maybe like right field. And then we'll leave Juan Mesa as our DH, and then maybe like that guy can be the outfielder. And then when you look at pitching, we don't really have anybody. We signed this Trey Garcia guy. He was in free agency, but he doesn't look too great. Robert Cuevas is most likely going to be a trade piece. So we'll see how it goes, but it might just end up being kind of one of those seasons where we hope and pray it goes well. So we'll see. I think I might be like making it seem worse than it really is, but at the same time, I'm not completely sold on this team. We got super unlucky. We're 15th ranked, and like I said, just the fact that we just couldn't get anybody to sign with the squad really hurts us. So hopefully we get lucky. Hopefully some of these players are super glitchy and we end up in the postseason. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. All right, so season's going a lot better in season 2, and I think we just found those glitchy players that work very, very well. We're at almost 100 wins, and I think the offense on top of the pitching staff improvements really helped out the team. 105 and 87. You made the wild. I'm a wild card team? Huh? How? I don't. Okay. One game, and we're the 20th team. ERA is low, the average is high. You gotta love it. And we'll take a look around the league, kind of see where everybody else was sat in the league. I mean, that's a pretty tough central right there as well. I mean, then you get down here and it's like yikes, but okay, it makes sense. In the wild card, we had quite a big lead there as well. We had some league leaders. Ooh, okay, Juan Mesa with the most RBIs. I like that. Let's see if he was up there for a couple things. It looks like this guy's gonna be really good. Maybe like a new Acuna / Jordan type player, or a Juan Soto, the super young, just breaks out. We got the rookie of the year. We've got some gold gloves as well. I love to see that. No MVPs though, which is disappointing. No batting titles, which again, disappointing. But rookie of the year, and he looks like he's gonna be very, very good. Who was the rookie of the year for the AL? Cody Hose now with the Nationals instead of the Dodgers. So let's take a gander at the team. So Austin Voth in 117 innings was absolutely amazing. You gotta love it. Richard Blyer, not as good as last year. I didn't expect him to be, which it's okay. Rowan Wick, not terrible. The ERA went up, but the WHIP went down. So it's kind of like it's not bad. It's definitely something we can work with. Scott Alexander had another fantastic season. I think I did a 2-year deal for him. Yeah, so probably gonna bring him back. Pedro Baez becomes a free agent this year, but his stats are looking solid. I'm going to probably bring him back as well. Michael Givens has been a fantastic player for us. This time he was the setup guy for Aaron Bummer, who was beautiful. Beautiful. Gotta love it. Let's take a look at our starting rotation. John Means was good. Desclafani, not as good as I would have hoped, but we'll take it. Pablo Lopez was pretty solid. It was okay. It was okay. Joey Lucchesi was better. And then Ty Block was actually kind of good for a 5. So I'm thinking about going kind of like this for the postseason if we make it past that first game. This is where it matters. Let's take a look. Santander had just about 100 at bats. Decent season. Austin Hayes, not so much. Austin Wins, our backup catcher, not great. And then Richie Martin, whatever. And Kevin Newman, our leadoff guy, got even better with the on-base percentage. The slugging went up. OPS went up. Love to see it. On top of that, he had 20 stolen bases. Marcus Semien's putting up pretty good numbers as well. Wilson Contreras put up a better season than what he did last year. Nolan Arenado, yes, it wasn't as good as the year before, but he's still close to 40 home runs, 100 plus RBIs. You love it. Carlos Santana has dipped a little bit. which is worrying because I need at least one more year out of him. Nelson Cruz definitely fell off, but you know what? That's still pretty solid at the age of 40. Renato Nunez, not as good as he was last year, so I think he's going to be a trade piece going into the next season. And then Adam Eaton was very, very good. Really good year. And then Rookie of the Year, Juan Mesa, 36 doubles, 36 home runs, 123 RBIs, 35 stolen bases. This guy's insane. Look at those stats. This guy might be the best player I've ever drafted. There was that Zamora from the Rangers who was good, but year one, throw him in the lineup. Holy cow, this guy is absolutely incredible. Whew. Insane. 19 years old too. Like, this guy's gonna be a stud very, very quickly. So that's unbelievable. Let's get into this wild card game. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Wild card time, taking on the Indians. I feel like this is my bogey team. Every single time I face them, I lose in the wild card. So hopefully we can change that for sure. Let's go John Means, and then the lineup's gonna be the same. Let's hope I have the man Mesa in the lineup. I should probably move him up, because he's kind of nasty. He's kind of insane. Sack fly makes it 1-0. That does suck, but I definitely expect us to get the runs back. There's Arenado. He does it with ease. Gotta love that. Definitely love that. And let's keep going. We still got that 2-1 lead. Things are looking good. John Means has definitely started to find a rhythm. And okay, I'm liking it. A double for Wilson. Okay, it's kind of it's definitely quiet, like quiet down after that first inning. And can we get out of this? 1-run scores, tie ball game. All right, John Means is done. Let's go Alexander, double play. Whew. So we're down by 1. And like I said, I think the Indians are my bogey team. I feel like they always just, just come back to hurt me. So let's go Givens. He's been outstanding so far. And it comes down to this. We've got Santana, Cruz, Nunez, Eaton, and Mesa. Yikes. Everybody's 0 for. I'll show you what we're rocking with right here. Not great. So hopefully we can change this against Brad Hand. And okay, it's still alive. It comes down to Mesa, dude. If this is like the guy I'd want in this situation. Can the rookie do it? The runner was thrown out. He got on base and the runner was thrown out. Shane Bieber had 11 strikeouts. Okay, so that's tough. That was a tough outing for sure. But we made the postseason. We definitely turned this team around, and we're headed in the right direction. The Twins defeat the Phillies. Our manager retired. That was actually a really good manager, so I'm kind of upset by that one. And let's see here. I'm going to pick up this option. Michael Givens. You know what? Yes, let's do one more year. He said we're not a contender. Do you not just see what we just made the postseason? What do you mean we're not a contender? Pedro Baez, one more year. And I'm going to hold off on Eaton because I might be able to get a better option in the outfield for center field at least. So there's that. I think we need to trade. Who is it? Renato Nunez. So maybe we just see what we can get and then go from there. I'm gonna go with somebody. I don't know who just yet. Who we're gonna go for? A manager here. Let's go with this guy. Doesn't really matter how long because we only got one more season left. So here we are. He exercises. All right, so we got Carlos Santana for another year, which is cool, and we still don't know if we got that manager, but I feel good about this team. Arbitration. Yeah, we're gonna hand it to everybody. Not Blyer. Blyer is gonna go, so we do need to replace him. And then contracts, 100% going to everybody. 100% going to Juan Mesa. Whew, that guy was insane. Ooh, I want to check out that Peralta guy. He went up 4 ratings. I don't think he can start for us, but he definitely can be part of the team, like on the bench for sure. And let's take a quick look at outfield. Center field is where we need somebody. Not really anybody available. And then, like, I mean, we could probably go like Tommy Pham in center field. Like, that wouldn't be terrible. That actually might not be a bad idea. Tommy Pham in the outfield. in center field and then pick up one of these closers, maybe try to find one more starter. Okay, we've got some money to play with as well, 3 million, so we could probably sign like one higher end contract and one mid-tier contract. So I'll see you guys at the end, or not the end, but the start of next season. Alrighty, so I already know I'm not winning a World Series because I've created somewhat of a nasty team, and that always happens where if I make a really good team, we don't win anything. So, and someone made a comment that was like, you used all your good like mojo, or you used all your breaks, or there was something along the lines of like, you used all your good luck on that Brewers rebuild, which I think you're right. I think I just all the good like momentum or anything lucky that I had, that was used on the Brewers rebuild. But today, right here, Season 3, we're getting Luis Castillo to really bolster this starting rotation. Renato Nunez out the door. Desclafani out the door. This shortstop that we drafted in Season 1, huge trade value. I'm talking massive. So he's going to be amazing. He has 99 potential. Like, he's definitely going to be good. But I want to win now. I want Luis Castillo in the lineup now, or the rotation now. So, boom. Big time ace in the team. I'm even thinking about going out and trading like Ty Block. We have this Scotty Grimsley guy. I kind of want to trade him too. I don't think he's gonna be good, but look at the team. Whew. Oh, it's looking so good. I might even go like this, and then so many righties. I get that. Peralta's gonna come up. Season 1 draft pick. We got Mesa, Arenado, Soler, Contreras, Pham, Semien, Santana. They're all right there. Look at that lineup. Whew. It's looking nice. I don't think we really have anybody else that we drafted that could potentially come up. So there it is in all its glory. Juan Mesa looks insane. The pitching rotation, though, I still want to make a change or two. I might trade one of the players that we like either picked up in free agency, like Trey Garcia, or just one of these two guys. See if we can get a little bit better of a bullpen help, and maybe even one better arm in the rotation. Maybe. We'll see what we can do. All right, Grimsley, Rogers, and Muckenhern. I think I signed him from free agency to fill out the minors. I'm going to go for Cody Stashik, normally of the Twins. Looks really good, actually, and has had a couple good seasons. So let's give him a shot. I don't think I've ever traded for him. I don't think I've ever had him on a team before. And I think that's it. I mean, this team is unbelievably like well-rounded. Actually, we need a better starter. Let's go get one. Like it's needed. Ty Block, Trey Garcia, and Colin McKee for Dylan File. We all know how good he becomes very quickly. So there it is. That's the last move. He's going to slot right into that starting rotation. His morale will boost back up to the 80s for sure. And then we'll have I like that. I like that a lot more than what we kind of originally had. So unbelievable team. Unbelievable team. Let's take a look at a budget as well, because I feel like that's something that we probably should look at. 1.37 million. You know, Tommy Pham out the door after this season. One and done. We're trying to win now. Let's bring the best possible players in. Carlos Santana out the door after the season. And then Wilson Contreras, that's a big name to bring back. Financially, probably set up for the whole rest of like eternity with the way this team is. It looks so good. Here we go. Last season. I'll see you guys at the end of it. All right, so it's coming a little close because we were a wild card team with 100 wins last year, and I don't know if we're even gonna come close to that this year. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully we make the postseason. I don't know, man. Like, it's looking a little close. Like, we're gonna need at least 95 wins, and we get that. We're a wild card team once again, 97 and 65. I'm assuming the Yankees were the team that beat us out. Yeah. So we're fourth in baseball, speed and defense. Not the top of the list, but that's okay. ERA went up a little bit from what it was last year, and the average went down. So that's not good to see. League leaders, Luis Castillo with the most wins. And, I don't see Mesa up there for like anything, which is not. Oh, there he is. Doubles. Okay, cool. Doubles. Triples. Oh, maybe I was just wrong. Maybe that guy's just unreal. So okay, there we go. Awards: Gold Gloves, 2 Gold Gloves. Glaber MVP, Cody Bellinger. So I guess I should have got Glaber, huh? Not even a Cy Young for Luis Castillo. He was second. Oof, that's tough. He was second. And then let's take a look at the Rookies of the Year. 2 pitchers. Okay. So let's take a gander. Let's see how the pitching went. Austin Voth wasn't as good as last year, but actually it was still very good. Like, I'm glad we picked him up for the long relief spot. Very solid options. Pedro Baez was good. You know, Scott Alexander, yeah, not as good as last year, but still pretty solid. Cody Stashik was good, very good. Okay, so I mean, that's probably like the one blip. Okay, Michael Givens was not as good, and then Aaron Bummer. So I'm thinking maybe we go like that for the postseason. But overall, pretty happy with the pitching. The pitching did not let us down for the most part the last 2 seasons. Pablo Lopez, not the best. John Means was good. Joey Lucchesi, Dylan File. Okay, so maybe I spoke a little too soon. Maybe the pitching was a little bit of an issue. Let's take a look at our bench. Where did our bench go? Where's our bench? They're all in the minors. Every single one of our players are in the minors. What is going on here? Let's get some of these guys back into the team. Add to the playoff roster. He's not available. Add to the playoff roster. Okay. Add to the so we don't have anybody. We can't call up anybody for the playoff roster. Did we just lose everybody? Like, no one's allowed on the team? Okay, so we only got 2 bench bats. That's not good. Well, technically we'll have 3, so like not the best. Juan Mesa. Why did the CPU mess with the lineups? Because he was not supposed to be there. Whatever. So let's take a look how he did. 33 home runs, 38 doubles. I mean, almost identical to what he did last year. And he had 30. He's unbelievable. Kevin Newman, really solid bat. You got Arenado. It's been slowly decreasing, which you don't like to see that. Jorge Soler was a great pickup for that one season. Wilson Contreras probably had his best season offensively and actually throughout the entire rebuild. Marcus Semien had a good year. Santander was okay. Tommy Pham, pretty good season. I'll take that for sure. The on-base percentage is really high. I like that. And then Carlos Santana really fell off. But this guy here, prized possession. Sign him. Give him that blank check. Make sure he stays here no matter what. He got 37 stolen bases, 33 home runs, and 38 doubles. That guy's insane. Yeah, he sucks in the field, but I don't care. He could do whatever he wants with the bat, and that's what I like to see. So, okay. Let's hop into it. 1-game playoff against the Angels, and we're facing Shohei, so I would hope we could get this win. Luis Castillo on the mound. Juan Mesa is going to lead it off for us, and 1-run scores, but we get out of it. That was a tough spot. Bases were loaded. We can't be having that. We got to get these runs back. Santander, 3-run home run, 3-1 game. I like it. I like it a lot. Bases loaded, no outs. 1-run scores. Another run scores. That was it. Just 2 runs. We had the bases loaded with no outs, and we only scored 1 run. It is a 5-3 game. Just kidding. 6-3 because Juan Mesa is the best player I've ever seen in a franchise. He just looks unbelievably good. We're going to take a look at his stats after this postseason run, if we have one, because he probably has close to 80s or 90s in every single hitting category, which is unbelievable. Mike Trout goes for his 2nd home run of the day. It is an 8-6 game. And let's take him out. Let's go to our closer, Bummer, and let's hope that he shuts the door. He does. All right, we're taking on the Yankees. And here we go. Castillo's got to be in the mix at some point. Probably right there. And let's hope it works out for us. So game 1, we get the loss. Game 2, we get the win. Okay, Castillo gets us the win. We're 1 game away. All right, comes down to a game 5 to take on the Twins in the next round of the postseason. All right, it's rainy. Not the best situation. They're a righty-heavy lineup, so I'm going to go Pablo Lopez for sure. And hopefully that pays out. Juan Mesa is so good. It's so good, dude. Unbelievable. 2-1 for the Yankees. Couldn't score there. That's tough. Error bases. Oh, runners on the corner. Sac fly brings in the run. I'll take that. And then 2-2 ball game. So at least we're even. It's basically a 0-0 game. Couldn't score there. That's tough. That's tough. They don't score though, so that's good for us. And Pablo Lopez kind of cooled down, got back into a rhythm, kind of found his form. Juan Mesa couldn't deliver there, and then Gleyber Torres, the MVP, goes deep. Then Luke Voit makes it 4-2. It looks like his day's done. Let's go Stashik. He gets the out. And okay, got a guy on. First and third, Wilson gets us within 1. Then Semien brings in 2, and we're up by 1 run. Okie dokie. Not bad. Not bad at all. Mesa scores from what, first, I believe that was. We get a couple more runs here. Bases are loaded. Come on, Tommy Pham. Couldn't bring in another run, but we do have a 3-run lead. Let's go. Let's go, Baez. Double play gets us out of that. Runners on the corner. Sac fly gets us that extra run. That little cushion right there. Bases are loaded for Semien. Nothing happens. I'm going to leave Baez in, and we're taking on the Twins in the ALCS. You love to see it. Let's see who's got the mound for today. Pablo Lopez, no, because he just pitched. So let's just go like this, and then maybe let Joey Lucchesi go right there, and maybe swap those two. Maybe that's the move for this series. So game 1, John Means versus Smeltzer, we get the win. Game 2, take the loss there. That's a tough one. We take the win, take the loss. Who's this? Dylan File versus Dobnik. We take the win. One more to the World Series. Game 7. This one's a good one. Is it Barrios versus Castillo? That's gonna be a matchup for sure. It's Maeda. Okay, Maeda versus Castillo. We're going to need to score runs. They've got a squad. They've got Vlad Jr. in their team. Okay. 2-run score. Perfect. I was going to say Tommy Pham, maybe a sac fly, but then tie game because of Vlad Jr. Oof. That's a tough situation right there. Couldn't score in that inning. Vlad again strikes, gives them a 3-2 lead. And we've had runners in scoring position multiple innings, and we're not taking advantage of it, which is not good. Not good at all. Tommy Pham, Santana, Mesa gets on. Newman first and second. Arenado, bases loaded for Soler, and he grounds out. Yo, Vlad is single-handedly beating us. He's been part of every single run scored today. That's not good. Double play, and we were threatening, and then Garver goes deep. Don't tell me I left Luis Castillo in too long. I didn't. He was doing great. Like, yeah, he allowed 4 runs, but it was still a close game. Things were going good. I'm going to take him out now, but like, he was doing fine. We're down 3. Can we bring it back? That's not a good start. That isn't either. Santander grounds out. That's the season. Oh, and it's over. So let's take a look. Pitching wise, that's disappointing to see. I mean, only one pitcher with a sub-4 ERA in the starting rotation. The bullpen was a little bit better, not much better. And then when you look at the lineup, Arenado 222, that's not good enough. And then 220 for Tommy Pham. But Juan Mesa, almost 80 in every single hitting category. Unbelievable player. He might be the best prospect I've ever had. Ever. Like, I'm talking ever in rebuilds. And this guy's an unbelievable player. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to leave it there. It sucks that we couldn't make it to the World Series. That one was a tough one. We were 1 game shy to take on the Brewers. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. Again, 1,000 likes. We'll do another of these $15 lineup creation challenges. And leave a comment. Let me know who you guys would have chosen for your $15 lineup. And then subscribe if you're new and enjoyed the content. Of course, guys, I'm going to leave you with 2 videos on screen now. My most recent and also one that YouTube recommends you check out. If you haven't seen either of them, go and give them a watch. Social media links down in the description below. Go and give them a follow. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.